Hey everyone, David here from the Network once more, bring you a 1 vs 1 Starcraft 2 replay on the Antigua shipyard map, which is interesting because well, on game replays it said it was actually Shikuro's plateau, but nope, it's actually Antigua shipyard. Well, in any case, we got Sace playing as Protons at the top, sorry, as a Protoss at the top, and we got Bomber playing as the Terrans at the bottom. Hopefully with some space marines and all that going to be trained. So yeah, it should be interesting. Bomber performing pretty well in various other games that I've seen, so yeah, hopefully him and Sace should provide a pretty good match. Just see what happens, I guess. Yeah, just seeing what we're doing initially, not too much really. I kind of wish StarCraft 2 had a bit more going on during the beginning, but at the very least they do play the game at actually a faster rate. That counter is counting a bit, well, it's counting faster than what it would be in real time. So I'm not really sure where the hell they went for that. I mean, they should have just made the default game speed, you know, basically built the actual time. Well, what the actual time would be in the timer, but whatever. In any case, yeah, we got Sace going in for a gateway unit. I think to unstandard there, and yeah, he's going to be scouting the correct way as well to ST Bomber's base, and yeah, he's going to be seeing a pretty standard build so far from him as well. At the moment, nobody's captured. Here we go. Sace is going for refinery, while Bomber's not going for refinery just yet, so might be focusing on a bit more of a basic build. Given the fact that he's saving up his resources, he might be going. Actually, might just open that. He might be going for an early expansion, perhaps. Yeah, I suppose this isn't such a bad map to expand on, really. I mean, the standard two guys is a bunch of minerals and all that, and yeah, just a single pathway into the base to defend as well. So yeah, it looks like Sace is going to be doing a bit of harassment on ST Bombers. Okay, SCVs, but yeah, he wasn't able to kill any of them. And yeah, we've also got the early cybernetics core as well by Sace. And yeah, he's actually going to be throwing down the pylon as well. Given that he's spotted that ST Bomber doesn't have too much out in the field, doesn't have the gas geysers, and yeah, I'd be guessing probably the same thing as I'm guessing, which would be that yeah, he's trying to expand, but yeah, Sace is going to, well, I suppose delay it slightly. I mean, Bomber's going to have to place the command center a bit further away. Don't really know if it was really worth sacrificing a pylon for, but what the hell. And yeah, I think Bomber was trying to scout out Sace's base, and I think he managed to do it. I'll just see what he spotted. So, he didn't actually spot the expansion here, I'll be damned. So yeah, he's going to be a little bit in the dark as to what Sace is actually doing, it seems, at least until he drops a scan down. What Sace is doing there is relatively standard. He's going for an early expansion, just a single gateway and sub-next core. He's going for the warp gate though. He's actually chrono boosting the stalkers rather than the gateway research. Interesting. And yeah, Bomber's also going to be securing his natural expansion here. A couple of marines to defend. And there we go, pretty dandy. And yeah, I mean, sure, ST Bomber had to create his command center a bit further away. I suppose it would have been a minor inconvenience. He has to lift it up and plop it back down, but still, I'd say that putting down that pylon would have been much more effective against a Zerg opponent who was trying to expand early, because they can't really afford to create their command center or hatchery. In their case, that far away from the minerals would just be a disaster, because they can't move their units at all. And in fact, we're actually seeing a bit of aggression by Sace. He's going to be a bit disappointed there when he runs up into this bunker there. And ST Bomber's going to want to move his command center. It's interesting, he didn't actually move it beforehand. Very strange indeed. Because now these workers are not mining minerals quite as efficiently as they could. And what do you know, we've actually got a hidden command center being plopped down by Bomber right next to Sace's base. Interesting. It's very audacious to say the least, but I suppose Sace probably wouldn't be expecting a command center to be plopped down right next to his base, because if it was discovered, then Sace should be able to destroy it pretty quickly. And in fact, yeah, we do have his sentry going back. He's still leaving a stalker out here. I guess he just wants to spot for any army movements or anything like that. Shouldn't be expecting too much though, given that Bomber's just keeping his army back for the time being. Yeah, mostly focusing on production at the moment. Finally getting the second gas geyser. on his main base, but not on his expansion. And here we go, he's actually going to be going ahead with this hidden expansion. Yeah, very interesting indeed, not plopping down any defences or anything like that. I'm guessing it's probably going to plop down a couple of mules here just to mine this area out as quickly as possible, just to lessen the risk against his hidden command centre. And yeah, at the same time, do actually have Sace going for a few more units of his own. He actually is going for a warp prism out of his where is it? Ah, here we go, out of his robotics facility. Hasn't got anything too fancy for his any upgrades or anything like that for air units. Although he is going to be going for a forge. It was originally going to go for a robotics bay, most likely to go to Colossus Tech and all that, but he decided to go for a forge instead. A bit of a last minute decision there. And yeah, he's going to be transporting 1 zealot and 3 sentries into the main base of SD Bomber. His Space Marines are a little bit out of position to deal with it, although they should be able to get up this ramp before these prisms can get anywhere near it to drop their force fields there. And yeah, having a look, it looks like we've got Tech Lab researching a stim pack for the Space Marines, and yeah, we're not actually seeing more orders or anything like that from him, even though he does have a second tech lab there, so here we go, now we're seeing more orders from him. And at the same time, we do see Sace going with a couple of sentries, not quite being able to block out those, actually yeah, they were able to block out the workers a bit, but still not being able to do too much damage. In fact, if we go to units loss, yeah, actually Sace did lose a little bit more, but let's just have a look at workers lost. Where is it? Okay, damn it. Damn it, it should be there somewhere. Well, anyway. Well, if we look at the income, I suppose, well, it's relatively even, though Sace is a bit behind, given that, yeah, Bomber does have the third base up, but the harvester count is relatively even, although we do have SD Bomber charging forward a bit. I'll just see if I can find that damn resources, spending units. God damn it, I can't even find it. Minerals I'm supplying. Ah, here we are. Here we go. So we've got 2 workers killed. So Sace was able to do a bit of damage, but yeah, he's still could have probably done a bit more there. But what the hell? He's got his observer coming out, and I think Bomber is just going to be using this factory just to scout, because yeah, we're not seeing any factory units like that being deployed, although he did, yeah, he just used the factory to create the medevacs. He's going to be going for a very strong Marine Moral Ball, and yeah, actually adding up another tech lab. So it's actually got tech labs, only 1 reactor for creating Space Marines and all that. And yeah, funnily enough, his hidden base still has not been scouted at all, so very audacious play, but certainly seems to be paying off for the time being. And yeah, he is dropping off those mules as well. Going for a couple of upgrades himself, but we've actually got double upgrades as well, so that means we've got 2 forges. Ah, here we go, for Sace. Interesting, and he would have the robotics bay at the same time. He is building the Colossus, and he is going for Zealot legs as well, so not seeing any, yeah, not seeing too many stalkers from him. So yeah, very tech heavy build, but yeah, he's certainly got the money for it. And yeah, if he can destroy the space, that'd be all the sweeter as well for him, but I don't know if he'll be able to do that. Yeah, he's got a couple of observers in SD Bomber's base, probably won't be seeing too much. He has managed to avoid the missile turret though, so just as well really, given how expensive the observers are. And yeah, at the moment, yeah, we're just seeing both players building up really. Sace is establishing a third base a bit late though. Just go to income. Yes, his income is slightly lower. Actually, his harvester count is much lower. And yeah, I suppose it's all due to SD Bomber getting this early base, which hasn't been scouted at all. Sace is just screwing around really with his warp prison and all that. Just have a look at production. Plenty being built and all that. Oh, we actually got hallucination coming out as well. So I think Sace is just going to want to use that. Actually, I might be using it to hallucinate a couple of Colossi, but usually a Protoss player might do that somewhere around the beginning of the game, just so that they can get free scouts pretty much. Well, free scouts after it's researched, because they can hallucinate phoenixes, which are pretty quick. And yeah, they don't do any damage. They can yeah, do a pretty good job of scouting a base pretty quickly. Yeah, Bomber's actually going for a 4th base, and yeah, Sace is probably going to see that at some point. Yep, he's right there with his observer, so he's probably going to think that Bomber is trying to play a game of catch-up, given that Sace's base is already established here. But yeah, in reality, he does have the 4th base here. In fact, he probably could have gone for another hidden base here, just for the hell of it. And here we go, finally got a bit of troop movement by ST Bomber. He does have a few Vikings out as well, so he's going to be expecting the Colossi. We've also got Archons coming out, as well as Immortals and all that, so we're going to be seeing a whole smorgasbord of units being used. And we've also got the Thermal Lance. Well, I guess it's not going to show up there, but yeah, it's not on there. So yeah, we do have Thermal Lance upgrade being researched. Well, already being researched for the Colossi. So yeah, it looks like we're going to be seeing one hell of an attack by ST Bomber here. Is Sace going to be able to fend it off though? That's the question. He's putting down a couple of pylons though, probably should cancel them out, but what do you know, actually ST Bomber redeploying his army. Instead of getting trying to get a couple of free kills with the pylons, actually going to be warded off. And yeah, it doesn't actually have any ghosts in his army, which is rather peculiar given that I've seen him use ghosts in other games, but oh well, what the hell. And yeah, actually I was seeing a couple of hallucinated Colossi by by Sace. In fact, I don't think we're sure where the hell his real Colossi are. He does... Oh, he doesn't even have any in the field. Interesting. I wonder why he got the robotics bay then. I mean, he certainly has the resources to produce Colossi. I guess maybe he wanted just to make it look like as if he was going for Colossi, plopping down the robotics bay so that it would be spotted perhaps. Still though, you'd think he would have mixed in a few real Colossi with fake ones. That would have been much more effective. But well, maybe he might be doing that soon. But we're not seeing that at the moment. We're just seeing more Archons and all that being morphed in. Probably going to be seeing Bomber going for... Yep, he does have a couple of ghosts on the field, and he does still have the SCV advantage as well, thanks to having that hidden base. In fact, he could pretty much afford to... well, not at the moment, but... He could afford to expand, and until I noticed his resources dropping down, but actually that was because he's going for 3 command centers at once, so very greedy play indeed. And really, if he can keep his expansions hidden, which it looks like he's doing, I think he's just sending in an exploratory SCV there. He's going to be plopping down another expansion here, my god. So he's probably going to be hiding these, I don't know, I mean, he can only hide one there. Here, wouldn't really be hidden. Yeah, well, see what happens anyway. Sace is actually going for a bit of an audacious move of his own, getting his forces straight to the middle of the map, having temporary map control. Well, actually maybe might be a bit more permanent, we'll see what happens. And yeah, at the same time he is building a nexus right next to the regular Vesping gazes, but rich mineral fields, which of course yield far more resources per haul of these probes. So some interesting stuff indeed. And just having a look what else is going for. Actually going for level 3 armor and all that. So we've got level 2 armor, level 3 ground weapons, same thing. The Archons and all that. And yeah, it looks like he's going to be concentrating on most of their ground army as well. It's actually going to be much more basic than one would think, given that he also went for the robotics bay, which is definitely not free. And his opponents probably would have caught onto the fact that he's not going to be using real Colossi though. You never know though. I mean, he did build these initial Vikings and all that, so certainly was expecting it. And yeah, we do have a major engagement here as well. ST Bomber does still have... actually lost all of his ghosts, funnily enough, but yeah, did manage to inflict quite a bit of damage. Sace's Colossi not really being able to serve the intended purpose, which is, yeah, really just to try to distract the forces of ST Bomber. And yeah, ST Bomber just forging ahead, so... wow, doing a hell of a job, but yeah, no going back. Which is interesting, he could have pressed on a bit more, he might have been able to wipe out this Nexus. But actually he's going back. Oh, here we go, we've actually got a bit of a sneak attack by Sace. He, yeah, he deployed his Warp Prism and then warped in a few Zealots, just forcing these command centers to go down, basically. Interesting, he's still keeping the Warp Prism around. He's actually going to be warping a couple of Zealots down here, but yeah, we're going to be seeing basically a Zealot massacre, rather unfortunate for him. And yeah, a couple of oh, some real Colossi actually being morphed in. What do you know? And here we go, we got Bomber coming in with the good old Vikings and all that, just to try to do as much damage as possible. He's probably going to suspect that this one's going to be a real one now. Still, a very interesting deception by Sace, going for so many fake Colossus, then eventually going for a real one. Interesting indeed, where he switched and all that, but yeah, unfortunately his arm is being wiped out all the same, although Sace is also still continuing the harassment with his War Prism, but is going to want to retreat it now, managing to retreat it here, and a planetary fortress being constructed for ST Bomber here just as well. Speaking of which, this is an orbital command, so it actually was pretty greedy indeed. Sace looks like it's going to be dropping off right next to the planetary fortress. Not bad, just forcing those SCVs to get out of there, and ouch, he's going to be losing the entire complement of Archons there. Ouch, a bit of a loss from him indeed. But he has managed to secure this rich mineral field indeed. Just look at the income for both players. Wow. Bomber is still leagues ahead though. So he's going to probably be the favoured one to win this one, unless if Sace can make incredible use out of his units, but so far we've seen them trading armies pretty much, but SD Bomber has got many more resources to rebuild his army, and in fact he's actually yeah, he actually does have near maximum supply as well. Ghosts and all that being used, deploying their EMP bursts and all that, so yeah, they're being able to do quite a bit of damage. We actually do have, okay, never mind, I thought that was Zealots, but actually probes being pulled off the line there, probably the greatest way, but I suppose really, given that all of his other army units have been gone, Sace could only do so much really. Probably going to pull down these probes as well, and no, he's actually going to be using these Zealots just to snipe that Ghost, and yeah, he's just going to keep mining from this space as long as possible, but I don't think he's going to be able to keep it up really. Unless if he goes to maybe, I can't really do a base trade really, given the sheer number of bases that Sace has, and the fact that, you know, they're, I suppose this one wouldn't be hidden, but this one might still be hidden. Interesting. But yeah, in any case, that shouldn't matter too much, because yeah, Sace's bases are just slowly getting destroyed, although their Bomber's army is a bit weak at the moment, has been weakened by using all their stims and all that. The Zealots and the Archons certainly making the most use out of that. Got force fields being planted by the sentries, but with nothing to back them up. They're falling pretty quickly, and there's a GG from Sace. So down he goes. So yeah, a bit one-sided, but what the hell, not too shabby. Those hidden bases by Sace, sorry, not by Sace, by ST Bomber certainly allowed him to pull ahead by a considerable margin, actually, especially when just went all out with expanding and all that. So allowed him to pull ahead. Sace wasn't too bad in his unit control and all that, but yeah, he just couldn't really keep up with what Bomber was doing. What the hell. So yeah, I hope you should be able to upload this video a bit later on, and yeah, don't forget to check out my Starcraft 2 site as well for various guides and all that on how to make the most out of your units. So good stuff there indeed. So yeah, until next time, this has been Damien Dudvich signing off.